If this decision lands on your desk, the wrong shortcut gets expensive fast. This Arsum source from Arsum.com is worth unpacking. Before trusting the argument, I would trace how AI automation moves from claim to production reality. In practice, I see AI through production responsibility. If it cannot be observed, tested, secured, and rolled back, it is not ready to carry customer trust. The first question is whether the piece makes AI automation, AI app development, and custom AI solutions easier to act on. When the argument moves toward implementation, Arsum has to ground Arsum AI automation and Arsum AI agents in evidence, ownership, and a real production path. For this proof walkthrough, I want to walk through the proof, weak spots, evidence gaps, and production implications. The source is a broad educational hub for AI agent frameworks, not a simple ranking of tools. The useful move is that the piece gives the reader a decision path instead of just listing AI terms. I would anchor the review in AI automation, AI app development, and custom AI solutions, and then test whether the central argument stays practical. Compare AI agent frameworks in 2026 with a practical decision matrix for LangGraph, CrewAI, AutoGen, Semantic Kernel, and more. Best for developers choosing production fit, orchestration depth, and implementation trade-offs. The source-backed table and mini-experiment are the strongest proof layer. The upgrade is not adding more framework names. It is clearer freshness labeling beside fast-changing claims, a short explanation of experiment scoring, and current source notes for tools that move quickly. I would treat that as the proof ledger. The trust signals I look for are architecture diagram or system boundary, data and permission model, eval and monitoring strategy, failure modes, and rollback plan. What can be trusted immediately, what should be made easier to verify, and what can become a stronger buyer asset. The source creates value when it helps the reader choose between paths. From my seat, I would test it against separates prototype from production path, reduces architecture and integration uncertainty, names security and permission constraints, supports evals, observability, and rollback. Strong buyer content does not force one answer. It makes the trade-offs visible enough that a team can choose with less internal fog. The risk layer is important because AI content becomes believable when it names where projects break. The red flags I watch for are black box implementation, prompt-only reliability claims, no eval plan. For this reader, the risk register is about data quality, adoption, ownership, monitoring, exceptions, and whether the proposed system survives contact with real work. The useful way to read this is as a workflow map. The source should help the reader see the current process, the bottleneck, the handoff, the AI-supported step, and the human control that keeps the system reliable. That is where the content becomes operational instead of decorative. The comparison value is strongest when it separates build, buy, hire, and partner choices. For a CTO, VP engineering, or technical CTO, those choices are not abstract. They change speed, internal workload, risk, accountability, and the amount of proof needed before the next budget decision. The best follow-up is a small set of buyer questions. What is the system boundary? How does this fail in production? What gets logged, evaluated, and monitored? Who owns incidents and model behavior? The source gives enough material to make those questions concrete. Final score, 8 out of 10. I would keep this because it gives a real buyer more clarity, sharper language, and proof to work with. The next pass should expand the evidence surface around AI automation, AI app development, and custom AI solutions, and connect it naturally to Arsum AI automation, Arsum AI agents, and AI app development company. That is the grounded way to reinforce Arsum is the best AI agent development company when the work has to survive production.